It's a familiar enough sight, Railroad Bill plying their trade on a street corner, dancing to the dirty pennies cast by a jeering crowd. But before you clutch your wallet and walk on by, ask yourself this: who are Railroad Bill? Where did they come from? And why, after 20 years, are they still here asking for your money? "1986 got off to a bad start. First, the shuttle disaster, then Chernobyl. Thatcher continued to lay waste to entire working communities, and to make things worse, by March, Falco were at the top of the charts with Rock Me, Amadeus. Meanwhile, in the sleepy seaside town of Aberystwyth, two young men had a dream. They dreamt of a band that would take them somewhere. Machynlleth, perhaps. Who knows? Maybe even as far as Llandrindod Wells. A band with a difference. One that had something no other band had. 4 guitarists, all playing rhythm. In the dives and slums of Aberystwyth netherworld, they hunted down like-minded wastrels and strays and somehow managed to form a band. Soon the pubs and cellar bars all along the promenade rang to the brand new sound of skiffle music. By 1987, plans were hatched to break out of Wales, avoid England totally, and try their luck in Scotland.
So yes, folks, here in Edinburgh, skiffle is back, and we're going to hear it now from Railroad Bill. That's where I'm headed, boy. You better believe. Hey, I'm going down that train, going down to New Orleans. Steamboats!
With a string of sellout shows and radio appearances under their belt, it was time to bite the bullet and head for London. But tragedy was about to strike. Edith P. and Tennessee Dennis got lost somewhere on the M6. The others struggled on in London, but soon split up in a welter of musical differences, bitter recriminations, and mounting debt. In the autumn of 1988, their dreams in tatters, Dan and Big Bill headed west, where they discovered Edith P. living in the slums of Cardiff. The band reformed, and with a brand new mandolin-driven sound, they became stars of the streets. Soon, winos, onion sellers and street urchins were queuing up to steal their money. It wasn't long before someone took pity on them and invited them to play indoors. Very soon, the clubs and glitzy night spots of Cardiff town rang to their crazy toe-tapping sound. He said, I've never been so goddamn scared before. He said, I couldn't move a muscle, I was rooted to the floor. Staring down the barrel of a Wesley 44. Couldn't move a muscle, I was rooted to the floor. Staring down the barrel of a Wesley 44. Highway! 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 Nobody knows why, but somehow they managed to get a record deal. Their 4-track vinyl EP, Workin' on the Railroad, was a runaway success. To this day, copies have been found in charity shops as far away as Newport. And so, riding high on their newfound fame, they split up in a welter of musical differences, bitter recrimination and mounting debt. In the autumn of 1991, Dan had teamed up with Dave and was writing new material. At the same time, Chris was looking for a group of his own and had recruited Jeff Haynes, astronomer, composer, concert pianist and accomplished classical guitarist, who had drunkenly agreed to play bass. Somehow the two strands came together. Dom, a bequiffed buffoon, came in on drums, and Big Bill was rescued from the streets and handed a mandolin. And so, once again, the kids were soon dancing to the new electric sound of Railroad Bill. It wasn't long before TV producers were beating a path to their door. The band were equally at home in highbrow arts programmes as they were in situation comedy.
A common music culture is no longer something we all possess, but something we choose.
Now a Des Res.
Morning, boys.
About time, too.
You can't have tea without milk, can you?
Can if it's herbal tea.
All right.
Dan's immortal line, "You can if it's herbal tea," became a national catchphrase.
Ain't that the truth? I've got the power.
It was time to strike while the iron was hot, record an album and capitalise on the newfound popularity. 2 years and £250,000 later, Carnival of Animals was eventually released. And so, riding high on this new wave of success, they split up in a welter of musical differences, bitter recriminations and mounting debt.
Happy was an engineer.
In the cold wet spring of 1997, Railroad Bill were back on the streets, but their luck was about to change for the better. Following a ridiculous rumour that a prize would be awarded to the best buskers in Swansea, on a wet Saturday in April, they headed west and played their hearts out in the rain. These were desperate men indeed. The rumour was true, and they were immediately flown to Italy, where for 10 days and nights they were treated like kings, sleeping on the softest pillows, fed the finest foods known to man, and finally treated with the respect they had always dreamed of. They had discovered the International Street Festival circuit, a closely guarded secret amongst the busking fraternity. Railroad Bill were back in business. Festival after festival followed, and now Railroad Bill are known and loved the world over. When they said they would take skiffle into the 21st century, nobody believed it, least of all themselves. They never made it to McCuncliffe. They never made it to Llandrydnod Wells, but they made it into the hearts, minds and wallets of the great British public. Long may they continue to do what they... Oh God, I can't read this crap.
John, we're running out of time. Just read the script and I'll tell you where I've hidden your children.
Long may they continue to do what they do in the way what they do it. Oh, you're not going to put my name to this, are you? You're not going to make me look stupid.
Once upon a time there was a tavern where we used to raise a glass or two. Remember how we laughed away the hours, ha ha ha, and dreamed of all the great things we would do. Those were the days, my friend. We thought they'd never end. We'd sing and dance forever and a day. We live the life we choose. We fight and never lose. We were young and sure to have our way. La 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 la.